Welcome to the course Advanced Web Programming Practicals using Visual Studio 2015 introduced by Technolytics. Take IT easy. In today's video, I'm going to create a registration form to demonstrate the use of various validation controls. Now this form we are going to consider on which we are going to apply all the validator controls. Basically, what do you mean by a validation control? An important feature of ASP.NET Web Pages is to check that the information entered by the users is valid. ASP.NET provides easy but powerful validation controls to check input errors and display error messages to the user. Following are the types of validation controls available in ASP.NET. Before using this validator controls, please note that you have to make certain changes in the web.config file. In this particular file, you have to add certain settings and you have to add this particular tags, that is app settings and add key, and all these properties you need to add in the file web.config. Then only you are allowed to use these validators. Now first validator is required field validator. This validator will ensure that the respective attribute is not empty. Okay. Next validator is range validator. It will ensure that the required the required input is between the minimum and maximum value. Okay, it will basically check the range of the value input by the user. Following properties we can use in this range validator, such as type, where we can define the data type of the input, minimum value, maximum value, etc. Next validator is compare validator. This validator basically compares a value in one control with a value in another control, or maybe with the fixed value also it may compare the value. So the following properties are important, like type, which specifies the data type, control to compare the value of control to which you are going to compare, value to compare. It specifies a fixed value to compare with. Operator, it specifies a comparison operator, such as maybe equal to, not equal to, like that. The next validator is regular expression validator. Basically, we are using this validator to check whether email address is entered in the proper format, mobile number is entered with the 10 digits, etc. So following patterns we are using, like for example, if you will consider this /d, here you can write /d and as a pattern, and it will match any integer or a decimal character. Question mark is there, it will check whether 0 or 1 matches are there. In the curly braces, you can specify certain numbers so that it will check for those many number of input characters. Okay, syntax is given below. We'll be using it practically. Next is custom validator. This custom validator control allows specific custom validation coding. Okay, here user can create his or her own custom validator. By if it is a client side, then that could be written in a JavaScript. If it is in a server side, it could be written in either in C# or maybe in the VBScript. So here I have given an example, like ASP colon custom validator ID, certain ID you can specify, run at server, control to validate which control you are dedicating for this particular custom validator. That control name you have to specify here. Display dynamic. Display dynamic states that this particular validator will be activated on the runtime. Error message will be displayed if the error occurs. Code color red, because any error, if we can display in red color, it can be highlighted to the user. On server validate, here we are using one event because I am using the server validator. So here in this particular event, that is on server validate, I'm asking for this particular function, custom validator one underscore server validate, and then this is the code. This is the function which I have defined in my code behind class, that is .cs. You can see in this particular click event, in the validator server validate event, I have created one variable len int len. When I'm storing the value of the length, storing the value which is entered by the user, and length of that value I'm storing in len variable. Then I'm checking that len variable with the numbers 8. If it is greater than or equal to 8, or maybe it is less than or equal to 15. So these both conditions should satisfy. In short, it should be between the range 8 to 15. Then I'm making the value true for arguments. Otherwise, I'm making the value false. And if the value is true, that means your custom validator will occur. And if the value is false, your custom validator will. Uh, if your value is true, then custom validator will not occur. And if the value is false, your custom validator error message will be displayed. Next is validation summary. Yeah, this is the best part. Once entire form has been submitted, okay, entry has been done, and once you are clicking on the submit button, then the entire summary of the error messages on your respective page can be displayed with this particular validator control, that is some validation summary. Okay, now we are going to see all these validators practically using the Visual Studio. So Visual Studio is there in front of you. The form is already designed, to save the time. Now here in this particular column, I'll be using various validators. So currently for name text box, I'll be using, you can see in the validation section, you can see required field validator. So I'm just double clicking on it, and I'm making the changes such as display. I'm making it dynamic because I want it to be run during runtime. It should execute. Error message, let it be required field validator. Font 4 color I'm giving as red. Okay. Control to validate. Yes, of course, the first field is there, that is text box 1. So I want to attach this validator with this text box 1 where my name entry has been done. Rest you can see. Okay, that's it. So this validator is ready. Next for age, I'm using another validator. So again in the validation section, I'll be using compare validator, okay, or range validator. Okay, I'll use range validator here, where I'll specify minimum and maximum range. Let me change the basic, let me make the basic changes, dynamic, then error message is okay, 4 color, always red. Then yeah, maximum value, I want registration, maximum age registers, maximum age should be 16 and minimum would be 15. Okay, then also I need to specify the type, guys, because otherwise it will not compare the values if it will consider it as a string. So for that purpose I'm just making it integer. Okay, so all those things I have already set, and that's almost done. Okay, so range validator is, acha, control I have not yet given. I'll just give that. So control to validate option is important. Otherwise, it will not understand which control to use for this particular validator. So up till now, we have this required field validator and the range validator. For email ID, guys, we'll be using regular expression validator, as I've told you earlier. In this, again, I'll make the basic changes. Okay, in the properties, here font color, 4 color, I'm taking it as red. Control to validate, this is my 1, 2, 3, third control, so text box 3 is there. Then since it is my regular expression validator, I'll be using my validation expression box, this property. This window, in this window, you all can see internet email address option is already there. So we need not have to think, guys, for the pattern. Pattern is already mentioned. So certain patterns are already given inbuilt in this ASP.NET. So simply use it, and then you can go ahead. Then for mobile number, again I'm using regular expression, because now this time we will be providing the pattern. Let's see how. Let's make the display property as dynamic, 4 color as red. Okay. control to validate is, since it is my fourth text box, I'm using text box O. And in my validation expression, yeah, see guys what I'm doing. I'm writing slash t. Slash t means it can be any integer or a decimal. Then I'm opening the curly brace and I'm specifying number 10 and closing the curly brace. So whatever is written in the curly brace, that many numbers are compulsory. Numbers why? Because I have written slash d. So it will consider integers first of all, and then in the curly braces number 10 is there. So the length of the integers should be compulsorily 10. Okay, here also I guess type option should be there. Let me check that. Okay, fine. So that's it. So up till now we have used required field, range validator, regular expression. Fine. So here I'll be using compare validator for password and confirm password. So compare validator is over here. I'll just make the necessary simple changes. Display dynamic, then four color red, then control to compare. Okay, which control you want to compare with? So I want to compare with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to compare this particular control with text box 6. Control to validate this like text box 7 because I want to validate confirm password with password. So my confirm password is there in the text box 7. So I'll be checking it. I'll be comparing it with text box 6. So accordingly, I have selected my property, and operator is obviously equal because we want to see the equality of uh, both the attributes. Now this is a string type, fine. Validation group and comparison, everything fine. So this is how guys we have used, up till now we have used around four validators: required field validator, range validator, regular expression validator, compare validator. Now what we are going to do at the end, we will be selecting validation summary. So I'm using this particular validation summary, uh, and this will be displayed after clicking on the submit button. Let's try this. Oh, great. My form is ready. Header, footer is there. Name is there. Uh, Here required field validator was there. So I'm not entering any of the values. That means blank is not allowed actually because I have used required field validator. Age, I have given the range between 15 to 60. So I'll be using maybe 10. Here also it should give me some error. Range validator is displayed. Email ID, I'm giving Central Technologies without @ and all. Mobile number, I'm giving just 73044. That's it, half mobile number I'm giving. So username, any username you can write. So let me write Technologics. Okay, password, I'm writing password comparison is there, right? Comparison validator is there. So I'll be using easy. Okay, and here I'm using capital easy. Okay, now I'm clicking on submit. So you all can see guys, as soon as I click on submit, all these error messages are displayed. And not only here they are displaying, but in my validation summary also I can see all error messages are displayed. So this is how you can use validator control. Okay, so that is what I wanted to show you in this video. So on behalf of Team Technologics, I thank you all for attending today's session and wish you all a very happy learning. Please like and subscribe our channel.